So today's lecture topic is understanding Python indentation and code blocks. So in this lesson, we'll dive into an essential aspect of Python, which is indentation. So if you are coming from C# or another C style language, you are probably used to using curly braces to define blocks. In Python, whitespace is not just for readability, it's a syntax requirement. So let's see what are the learning objectives. So by the end of this lecture, learners will be able to understand how indentation defines code blocks in Python, compare Python's indentation rules with C#'s braces, curly braces, and identify and fix common indentation errors. And finally, be able to write properly indented Python functions and control structures. So in Python, indentation determines the structure of your program. Forgetting to indent or misaligning your indentation leads to syntax errors. It's not just about making code pretty, it's about making it run. So no curly braces like this square. This is curly braces in Python. This is curly braces, set of curly braces, which all C# people are already accustomed to, but there is no such curly braces usage. So consistent indentation is mandatory. And let's see a Python versus C# example. Now this lecture, by its nature, it's just about indentation and how to write code in blocks in Python. So I'm not going to switch over to Visual Studio Code because there is not much to walk through rather than showing it on the slideshow. So this is C#, familiar C#, console.writeline, and this is a pair of curly braces, which is Python equivalent being if x greater than t, then this colon. Now after the colon, you have to give it indenting. The proper way to indent, the standard practice is 4 white spaces to the right. Okay. Now, a colon starts a block. Here you can see the colon starts the block and indentation defines its body. This makes Python code very readable but also strict about white space. So let's see the indentation rules. So just like I said, stick to 4 spaces per level of indentation. Now mixing tabs and spaces is a common source of errors. VS Code can be configured to insert spaces automatically, which helps maintain consistency, which I'll be covering in some detail through a resource on this lecture, and it will be taken briefly in one of the upcoming slides in this lecture. Now, indent after colons in if, for, while, and def. So let's see what are the common pitfalls. Now, this is a function, greet function, very simple, and the basic function print, and this will come as an indentation error because there is no indenting in the print statement, which the Python interpreter expects at least this block, and which is ideally to be defined as 4 white spaces to the right. And is this the fixed code which will be running all right without any indentation error. Now for nested block example, this is one. So this is check number x. If x greater than 0, print positive simply, else print non-positive. All right. So this is also an example of indentation for nested blocks. So it's all about structure through spacing. Now we come to the pro tip: configure your editor. Now I will not walk through all that is said, but it's very easy for you to follow. Once you look into the resources, the downloadable resource will be there attached to this lecture. That will give you all the steps. Use VS Code's Python extension, enable insert spaces instead of tabs, and use format on save or linting with Flake8 or Pilot. So to avoid indentation problems, we'll have to configure VS Code to insert spaces and auto format your code. Linting tools like Flake8 help catch inconsistencies before runtime. So as a summary, Python uses indentation, and indentation is not optional in Python, it's mandatory. And you have to stay consistent, use the right tooling, and you will avoid one of the most common beginner mistakes. So use 4 spaces consistently, no tabs, and configure your editor to help you stay consistent.